Hello and welcome to this presentation on studying A-level English language at the West Coast Sixth Form. We study the AQA A-level language syllabus. You need 5s at GCSE to become part of the course. And we have two papers at AS. Paper 1, representation, which asks the question, how are women and men, children, goths, chavs, dogs, presented in the media, both paper and online. Paper 2 looks at issues connected to gender, power in the workplace, and accent and dialect. We'll come back to that a little later. In year 13, we covered the same things again. We look at gender and accent and dialect, but we add to this child language development, that is, how do we learn to speak, all of us as children. Look at language change, and we're going to come back to that again later on in this presentation. And you get a chance to complete 3,000 words of coursework, 1,500 each assignment. One is research, looking into gender perhaps, how men speak to women, women speak to men, women speak to women. And the other half, 1,500 words, could be created, if you like, a short story, which many people find rewarding. So, the variety of English in this country. So I'm going to put my order into you, please. Can I have a softie, a barra, and a scuffler? Blank faces, eyes glaze over, nothing happening there. Try and give you a few more clues. Can I have a cheese softie, tuna barra, and a ham scuffler, please? Silence, getting nowhere. Nothing for my dinner. And so part of the Great British Bread Debate, as we call it, and if you look in your screen there, you see there's a tea cake, that strange thing that we get out west when we talk about a cheese roll, as I would call it. A bun, you can see that the bar is there from Wales, the softie from Aberdeen, and the scuffler from Yorkshire. And why is that? Well, English developed in curious ways through invasion. Anglo-Saxons invaded, the Vikings arrived, the Norman French arrived in 1066. And if we have about 27 counties in England, you had 27 varieties of English, and you get these different ideas of tea cake, cob, bread cake, morning roll, etc., growing up like that. So let's try a little bit of research and see what your reaction is to a bit of dialect, that is, the words that I would have used as a child growing up in Carlisle. So some Rajlal Chava, he'd had a pagger, Falawa nashing for the bus. What I'd like you to do, please, is to pause here and write down your reaction to that. How do you feel about the speaker? How do you react to the fact that it's not standard English? So some Rajlal Chava, he'd had a pagger, Falawa nashing for the bus. Okay, so we're very interested to hear your reaction to that. Did you feel judgmental? Did you feel that was very poor English? Did you feel it wasn't standard? It wasn't Queen's English? I should stop doing it? Of course, for me, it's part of my identity. And to tell me that I can't do that with my friends who still speak like that sometimes when it suits us, would affect my sense of self, my self-esteem. Let me give you the translation in standard English. Some Rajlal Chava, some mad little boy, he had a pagger, he had a fight, fell over, running for the bus. And it's the kind of thing we look at in A-level language study and think about, would I get a job speaking in my Carlisle dialect? Would I be less likely to get a powerful job if I say bath rather than bath, grass rather than grass? So some of the interesting things we'll look at. What we're running at the West Coast Sixth Form is a competition for you with prizes. I'm going to make it entertaining, going to make it all up. Yeah, you can go fighting a dragon if you like. Describe what goes on, who you meet, pretend to go on a night out, and highlight the words that are part of your, what we call Idiolect. That is, the words you choose are all the ones that are possible to describe certain things. And there's a worksheet you can see on the screen now that goes with this, that's available from the West Coast Sixth Form website. For example, in terms of an Idiolect, would you say, I saw this guy, this bloke, this fella, this gadget, this geezer, or this man? They're all different choices you could make, and you probably have a favourite, just as you might for exciting things. That was brill, that was mega, that was mint, that was fantastic, that was amazing. Wow. Which ones do you choose? You might also like to think about some of these abbreviations that we have. Totes and hench. Sick, of course, you'll be familiar with. Salty, hot, peng, and all those sort of things. You could add those to it. There's an example, as I said, on the website, which looks at different things about people's appearances and personality, age, etc. And you can submit your day in the life to the address there. And as I mentioned, there are prizes. Look forward to seeing some of you in the future. Thank you very much.